Alright, hi folks. So today is the end of my first week in Seattle slash the beginning of my second, and I figured now would be a good time to give you a breakdown on the stuff we kind of did in class today at Flatiron, and also stuff I did outside of class. To start with, this picture I've got in my Dell XPS 13, that is not from this visit, unfortunately, and it's from Cary Park over in Queen Anne, and you can see it up close here. It's got a beautiful view of the city. The Space Angel stands out right there. This is, to be honest, one of the most photographed vantage points in Seattle, but when I went and got this, it was, in my opinion, pretty unique because a cloud inversion rolled through. So I got there about a half hour before golden hour even started, so I got like regular daylight leading into golden hour, leading into this crazy sunset light. And as the sun started coming down, this huge cloud rolled in and just covered the city. It was really quite shocking to see. It was gorgeous. I haven't made my way out to Cary Park this visit just because I don't have a car this time, and it's a little annoying to make it all the way over there, both without a car and also because my days are so jam-packed with class. Speaking of class, this week we did a lot of people might consider kind of like basic stuff. So we set up our computers, speaking of which, despite the fact that I got that fancy Dell XPS 13 and I thought I might be able to use it in class, they were pretty explicit in telling us that we have to use a Mac. So they loaned me this. This is a MacBook Air. I haven't checked which year it is. It's all right. I can kind of see why they would prefer everyone to just use one computer, especially Mac. It was a lot easier for everybody to get on the same page with the setup and everything. Yesterday I tried to actually go back in and set up my computer, my personal computer, as if I were programming myself. And it was more of a hassle, but I struggled through it and I seem to have gotten it. But yeah, so my day-to-day I'm using this Mac. Occasionally I actually bring both computers in case I need to do something personal. But it's nice. The terms of the rental where I can keep it after class ends until I get a job, so that's like super helpful, right? Yeah, and then in class, we got our basic stuff, we got our computer set up, we did some Python, so stuff I was pretty familiar with already from using Learn Python the hard way, and also starting a little bit of automate the boring stuff with Python, but I'm still not very good at it, so I'm still learning how to do things, and I'm really appreciative of the teachers and also my fellow students because they're all showing me different ways to do things. I did a for loop that I'm pretty sure it looped like 4 million times, and then the code stopped running because the computer said you're taking too much data, and I got shown like a way that did it a lot better. Yeah, we did, I think the most important thing that we did this week in terms of class that I really liked was actually we learned Git. When I was learning all this stuff by myself, I had actually told my brother Brian that one of the things I don't like about these like teach yourself programming things is they don't do a good job explaining, or in my opinion, they don't do a good job of teaching you how to set up a virtual environment and also how to get Git working. And Git, because it's collaborative, it's a version control system, but the major thing is it's also collaborative. So because of the collaborative part, you don't really need Git when you're teaching yourself, but I think it's really important to learn if you're actually trying to get a job involving any sort of coding. So it's really nice to actually, have some help setting up virtual environments, and then especially setting up and learning Git. And I thought Git was awesome. So super appreciative of my teacher for walking us through that whole thing. I thought it was totally worthwhile to learn it. Next week, I believe we're starting to actually do some stuff with Pandas and NumPy, and I'm really excited because to me that's like the actual like when I was trying to teach myself, it seemed like everyone was just jumping towards those libraries already, And now that I feel like I've gotten a little bit more control over my learning pace, I'm like, oh yeah, let's go do this. I'm entirely expecting that I'm going to be terrible at it, but it's fine. Um, as long as I learn stuff and as long as I try, I feel like it'll be worth it. So yeah, so photo opportunity there, the coding from class, and then outside of class, uh, it is really early morning, um, and I am doing my normal routine stuff. This is actually really complicated. So yeah, I'm leaving in the morning. I'm actually pretty late for what I normally do. This is the end of the first work week here in Seattle, or my first work week here in Seattle. And the stuff I've been doing is basically just coding, like almost all day. Outside of that, it's just a lot of kind of getting comfortable with where I'm living and finding out where things are. Plus, I had to change my whole daily routine. So now, around 6 a.m., I wake up, and then I make my way to the gym, which is what I did in grad school, but I stopped doing that like my last year, and then I never picked it up again. I just went to work out in the evening. It's pretty hard, but it's cool. The school, Flatiron School, hopefully you can still hear me. In the building, there's a shower, so after the gym, I just walk over, shower, and then I go to class. And that's most of my day. But today, because it's Friday, I actually brought my photo gear, including my tripod. I don't know if you can see it. And what I'm gonna do is after class, I'm just gonna go explore the touristy areas at night, maybe get some long exposures in night photography. But yeah, so pretty excited. Pretty good week, really good week actually. It's a lot of fun, really challenging, learning a lot of stuff. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna pack all this stuff away, get to the gym. I'll see you later. And then in the evening, to kind of clear my head from learning stuff, I want to do some cardio. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty hard. Learning all this stuff in class and still trying to be motivated to work out twice, it's pretty draining. Friday I woke up and I was like, I could sleep another 2 hours and still be in time for class, but it's worth it, I think. I want to stay in shape and be able to handle the walking I'm doing in Seattle. Yeah, actually, why I haven't gone back to Cary Park to try to recreate this photo, one, I haven't had time, and two, I don't have a car. So every day I walk, I walk 3 miles before I even go to class. It doesn't sound like much, but that stuff all adds up, and I just keep walking everywhere. I really like it. It's good for my legs, I can tell. And coding all day is kind of hard for me because I like being active, so taking the opportunity to be able to move around, I think, is really good. Yeah, so the other stuff that happened, I had been not planning my meals well, so I basically cooked food and then just gotten lazy and not cooked side dishes for the food, or I just stopped somewhere to eat something maybe not necessarily the healthiest. So I had gotten annoyed by doing some meal prep, bringing it all to the gym, then bringing it to class. So today I just was screw it. I did a bunch of meal prep and I literally brought it to the classroom and then put it all in the fridge. So I have a week's worth of food at class right now. Yeah, and hopefully that will allow me to do things after class, I can eat a quick dinner at the classroom, then just go explore a little bit and have a little bit of fun in addition to doing some cardio. Yeah, in terms of exploring, It's been an interesting week. I haven't been able to do too much. I did check out the waterfront and Pike Place Market, but by the time I went, Pike Place was closed, and the waterfront was cool. But lately this week, it's just been clouds all at sunset. I got a couple cool photos, I think, of the wheel, but everybody has. Um, I got one I'll show here where the moon's actually in clouds, and then I kind of got the wheel, a little bit more abstract sort of thing. Um, yeah, one issue I'm having though is exploring this area. It feels a little weird to me. So Friday morning after the gym and on my way to class, I actually got challenged to a fight by a street person. It was very weird. So I think what happened was my inner small town person kind of came through, and lately, whenever I accidentally make eye contact with people, I smile and nod. Um, and this person, I think, like really didn't want any of that. She like, I accidentally made eye contact with her, and I just from the look I got from her eyes, I was like, that this isn't gonna go well. She deviated from her path and then walked right in front of me, and then went like this while staring me down, and was just like really, I guess, asking me to do stuff. She just completely blocked my walking path. Um, it was weird. I kind of looked at her and just walked around her. I don't know what her problem was. That was Friday morning. Friday evening, I went out to go get dinner, and it was so strange. This, I guess, homeless woman, she had two iPhones and then two nice bags with her, or clutches with her. And I was sitting down by myself eating, and she came up to me and insisted that I give her half my food. I was like, why? Can you just leave me alone? She's like, well, I'm hungry and I want your food. I was like, I'm not gonna do that. And she started grabbing for it, and I had to kind of pull it away. And she went from like, give me your food, to trying to grab for it, like probably within 5 seconds. So at that point, I was like, I'm definitely not helping this person. Like, this is super weird. And she, when I made it clear that I wasn't going to help her, she waved me off as if I owed her, and that she was entitled to my food. It was a really weird experience, especially since she had two iPhones. Like, I don't even have an iPhone. Yeah, and then on my way back from class today, when I dropped off all my meal prep stuff, another street person challenged me to a fight, but we didn't even make eye contact. Like, I've started not looking at people, or doing my best to not look at people when I'm walking by them. And this person, like, we hadn't made eye contact, as we were passing each other on the sidewalk, I just heard him, like, sideways say to me, like, oh, you want to fight? Oh, you want to fight? I was like, oh my God. So because of that, I don't really know if I want to do too much more exploring around the city, especially walking around downtown. I've kind of surprisingly gone through like touristy areas that turned to be like not too nice. So yeah, I'm still trying to keep a positive attitude and kind of explore, but it is pretty weird to see all these things. Yeah, so for next week, I'm really looking forward to next week. Now that my food's all in the fridge, my evenings are a little bit more freed up. And I'll probably be more willing to explore different areas. And then hopefully next week, my internet will be fixed, because it is super unreliable right now. But yeah, spend most of my time at the classroom, so it's, I guess, not that big of a deal. Let's see, shout-outs this week. My teachers are awesome. My classmates are awesome. We're all from different backgrounds, and we're all like really encouraging each other to learn and get better at the stuff that we're learning. And the local restaurants around here, like literally like within 3 blocks of here, they have all been on point. So I really liked the store Burek and Baguette. I showed up maybe like 20 minutes before they closed, and they had a really good sandwich. My favorite coffee shop in the area so far is the local Cherry Street Coffee. They also had Burek. That was quite good. And they had a really nice, what did I get from there? I got a lot of food from there, to be honest. But I really want to shout out their house coffee. It was like way better than I expected. And their service was amazing. Really friendly people, and I'm definitely going back later. Today I went to a place called, what was it? Well, I went to two places today. The breakfast place was pretty good. I'm gonna go back, but it was like a 20-minute walk, and kind of through like a not great area. Um, the other place I went was actually this like really tiny art cafe, and I'm gonna go back at least just for that. Screw it, I'll go back for both places. They're like right next to each other. I'll bring my camera and I'll see if I can record a little bit of what the places are like. But yeah, those places all good. And yeah. Okay, so what else? I think that'll be it. So far I'm having a great time, and I'm looking forward to still trying, still pushing myself, still getting better, I guess. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.